Ladies and gentlemen, the time for talk is over. Kaunas, are you ready? Let the games begin. Our first contest tonight is the reserve fight for the Blade Fights 66-kilogram Grand Prix. It's time to welcome tonight's first fighter to the ring from Azerbaijan, Aqsin Babayev. Franca. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, in the red corner, he is a three-time World Combat Sambo champion, two-time European Combat Sambo champion, six-time national champion, and three-time national grappling champion. An excellent wrestler with extensive experience in the MMA ring from Azerbaijan. Please welcome Aqsin Babayev. And across the ring, his opponent fighting out of the blue corner, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt and former champion in Costa Combat. Famous for combining karate and BJJ, he always tries to win the fight by knockout. Fighting out of the Ariston, Franca team in Brazil, please welcome Ariston Barbosa de Franca. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to fight.
So the referee calls both boxers to ring center to issue the final instructions.
Judge. Blocker, you ready? You ready? First round, fight!
So we're underway then. This is mixed martial arts action in the 66-kilogram division. This a reserve contest between Aqsin Babayev, Azerbaijan, and a man from Brazil just operating near the blue corner on the perimeter of the ring at the moment. Coming forward with a leg kick, which was countered by a jab from Babayev, the Brazilian boxer. He's Ariston, Franca, 30 years of age, from Sao Paulo. You see he's content to operate near his own corner. Babayev just looking to apply pressure with his presence, then immediately his leg is swept. Hard kick delivered to the glutes. And another one just trying to deaden that leg. And now,
Actions.
in the bottom position, Barbosa trying to defend while on his rear. Looking to apply the pressure is Babayev. He backs off.
Actions. Fight!
And that allows Franca to return back to his feet. Sporting touch of gloves to resume the contest as Barbosa de Franca retreats back towards his own corner voluntarily once again, confining the space of the roped arena in which he has to work. Comes out with quick feet behind the jab, overhand rights, a solid shot landed by Babayev. So low kick effective from Franca. Just feinting with the feet but not pulling the trigger on the jab. Babayev wide-eyed and concentrated as again Franca content to operate near the corner. There he made his man miss with a hook. He's countered by an uppercut on the inside and then knee strikes going in from Franca. He fires a big left hook, and for the first time in the contest he's out of the corner as he drives a hard left hand into the body, counters with a right hand upstairs. And Babayev looking to apply pressure with his presence and posture once again. Franca retreating to his own blue corner, content to try and counter strike out of that seemingly confined position. Remember, quick start crucial. Right hand wasn't too far away, which came behind a range-finding left jab from Franca. Because remember, we only have the option of a third round. So getting the first round under one's belt, that's a low blow. My goodness, that's a painful kick indeed, landed by Franca. And you can see time is being called immediately by the referee. And Babayev is going to be given some time to recover. Vale Tudo rules in effect. They've been modified, but of course, the groin not permitted. And there is the blow that landed beneath the belt, below the belt, debilitating. And immediately, Babayev is on the canvas in a knock-kneed posture of pain. So he's going to be given time to recover here. And remember, the reserve bout, these men substitutes in the event that if either of these semi-finalists aren't able to progress through to tonight's Grand Prix final, then one of these fighters would be taking their place. But as things stand, one of the substitutes, well, his evening of action could well be curtailed after taking a sickening low blow from the feet of Ariston Franca. Unintentional, of course. The medical team called in to communicate, just check on the well-being, and indeed the condition to continue of Aqsin Babayev.
Ne, viskas, nekontekstas. Kiek laiko? Minutės turi 3 ar 5? Kiek? 3 minutės turi. Doktor stop yra 3 minutės. У тебя еще есть 2 минуты. Постарайся подготовиться к бою, если сможешь. Постарайся встать. Мы можем тебе помочь, но постарайся встать на ноги. Можешь встать, сядь. Сядь.
So Babayev, as we take a look at some of the action on replay, Babayev back up on his feet. Franca remains in a neutral corner. He'll be determined to continue, of course, because again, depending on what takes place in the semi-finals, his skill set may well be called upon to make it through to the final. So a warning issued against Franca for that low blow with the leg strike.
У тебя есть еще минута. Если ты не сможешь вести бой, ты проиграешь. Давай.
Сколько минут есть мне?
Давай.
Чуть-чуть так.
Подвигайся.
So Babayev in communication with his corner.
Дай полотенце, дай.
Of course, his will. You see him keen to continue, but is he physically able to go on? He's being given all of the time required by the referee and remains in communication with the ringside doctor here at the Žalgirio Arena. Just testing his mobility. Because again, it would be an understatement to just say how sickening a low blow can be. But he appears to be set to continue. The referee back in center ring, preparing to call time. So Babayev gives a nod in the direction of the official. There were around 2.5 minutes remaining. And that, a sporting touch of gloves as the action resumes in this opening round, an incident-filled opening round as Franca retreats to a corner once again, looking to counter from that confined position. So counter jab, followed by a front jab with the leg strike, and then a first takedown attempt of the contest. Spectacular move applied by Babayev, but look at Franca clinging on in that headlock position. Babayev, though, working to get free, but the guard being applied with the legs by Franca, just limiting the movement of his opponent in the on-top position. And working away with that free hammer fist with the right hand, trying to get leverage with his hands. Now the boxer's beneath the ropes here. The fighter's beneath the ropes. The fighter in the bottom position isn't allowed to use the ropes for leverage or advantage. Terrific striking to the torso and head being applied by Babayev. And now with Franca's head beneath the ropes on the apron in this big roped arena. 7 meters square inside the ropes. So grappling resumes. On top is Babayev. And Babayev started his MMA career with wrestling as a 6-year-old, but that leg guard continuing to be attempted by Franca. Getting leverage in his strikes from on top now is Babayev. But again, terrific leg strength being demonstrated in that guard position by Franca. Just looking to limit the leverage that the on-top fighter can apply with his strikes.
Turn back.
So in the amendment to the Vale Tudo rules, 10 seconds of grappling permitted if nothing happens. If there is something that takes place where a fighter is trying to gain an advantage, then a further 10 seconds permitted. But if a maximum of 30 seconds grappling allowed by the referee, as a looping roundhouse right lands for Babayev. But after 30 seconds of grappling max, the fighters will be called to their feet. Roundhouse right was blocked by the left arm of Babayev. Again, Franca looking to counter-strike out of that corner. The round ends with him near his own blue corner. An incident-filled opening frame here at the Jalgirio Arena, with this man was on the receiving end of a debilitating low kick. An inadvertent one from Ariston Franca. He received a warning. And then we saw a spectacular takedown attempt with Franca near his own corner. This the opening fight of the night. And the keen-eyed amongst you will have realized that when the fighters were introduced up on stage here at the Jalgirio Arena, both Babayev and Franca came out gloved up and ready to go, because it wouldn't be long before they would receive the call to enter the rope square. There was the takedown move from Babayev of Azerbaijan, and there was the low blow which caused a lengthy intermission and resulted in a public warning being issued against Babayev. That was the moment. Excuse me, against Franca. Babayev given all the time to recover. So remember, the third round will be at the discretion of the judges. 10-point must system in effect in Blade Fights tournament affairs. Too much moisture and petroleum jelly on the head and torso of Franca. Now towel down to the referee's satisfaction. And we're underway in the second round. So Babayev onto the front foot once again, but being backed up by a double jab, then a right cross from Franca. Franca shaping and weaving just on the edge of range. Three-shot combination resulted in a left hand getting through. He fires that overhand right once again before bringing knee strikes into play. Bull rush into the blue corner, turnbuckle applied by Babayev. Again, the headlock being applied by the fighter in the bottom position.
No fingers.
And you can see fighters trying to demonstrate that they are producing activity while in the ground game. Babayev working his way free and nudging away with his right hand. Franca looking to apply the leg guard once again. Terrific strength in the upper body and legs demonstrated by Babayev to get himself free of that leg lock. Again, terrific work on the ground by the Brazilian fighter to restrict the attempted getaway from Babayev, who now another effective takedown once again as he looks to apply an arm bar.
No elbows. No elbows. Fight!
So Franca, again, just looking to gain advantage while on the bottom in this ground mat, this ground game phase. And we've got a tap out, and the victor is Franca, who roars in delight at having forced a submission from Aqsin Babayev. Terrific work while on the bottom position in that grappling phase of the bout. And there was a cry of discomfort from Aqsin Babayev, and the tap out signaling that he could take no more. Terrific performance in his Grand Prix reserve contest. And it's Ariston Barbosa de Franca of Sao Paulo. In his 19th MMA contest, he improves his ledger to 12-7. Terrific contest for the man who turned professional at 18. Disappointment for Aqsin Babayev, who was incredibly active in the opening round of this contest, predominantly on the front foot, backing up Franca towards the corner. But then, using his expertise from Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Franca finding an arm lock which forced a tap out and submission. his opponent. So the 36-year-old Aqsin Babayev from Baku, bitterly disappointed. So he'll have that injured right arm tended to. An absolute delight
Fighters!
for Ariston Barbosa de Franca.
Боец середину!
So let's head up to Aiden Power. We'll hear from the victor afterwards, but in the meantime, here is the official announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, our first contest of the night comes to an end at 1 minute 28 of round number 2, declaring your winner by submission, Ariston Barbosa de Franca.
So
Please show your
Ariston
appreciation
Franca
for both competitors tonight.
producing victory by submission in the second round of this contest. There is the Blades Fight Tournament president, Romaldas Klimavicius, former fighter himself, who has paid terrific attention to detail here in his Blade Fights team in ensuring the fighters have what they need when they need it. And what a performance these two put on, what a show they produced. But in the final analysis, it is the Brazilian who's victorious. Let's hear from him.
You have a win tonight. How do you feel?
Fala inglês? Muito obrigado. Galera, o show é para todos vocês. Eu vim lá do Brasil, dei o meu melhor e graças a Deus saí com essa vitória aqui. Vou levar para minha família lá.
The show is everybody Lithuania. This is great fighter, great event. Thank you, Roman. Thank you, Productions. The Ariston, the new champion. De Lithuania, new champion Lithuania, Ariston Franca.
Well said, Ariston de Franca. We may see you later. He is the winner of tonight's reserve fight for the tournament. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's see the highlights of tonight's first fight.
Some of the highlights then from our opening contest of the evening here at the Zalgiris Arena. It was the takedown, first round applied by Babayev, who then proceeded to with leg strikes to the glutes of Franca, trying to slow down his leg movement. This was the low leg strike, which caused a lengthy intermission and resulted in a warning against Franca for that unintentional low blow. Babayev was given all the time he needed to recover. And even though Babayev was able to fashion takedowns, Franca's defense, while on the bottom position on the mat, was notable indeed. There was a clipping right hook landed to check the chin of Franca from Babayev. And then this, the submission hold, the tap out after the arm bar was applied with that leg guard. Terrific technique demonstrated by Ariston Franca. And at the 1 minute 28 mark of round number 2 in this reserve contest, it is the 30-year-old from Sao Paulo who goes through. Well, he doesn't go through, but he has to remain on standby in the event